And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And we'll get a whistle to stop the clock as they check on the injured Sun Devil. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Hansen. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well give it to him again. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass. It's Beck. Makes the grab on the left. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He unleashes a long one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Might be changing the route. Handoff for Brown. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football. But when I do that, I give the running back space. And right there, you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Fakes the grab. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Good enough for a first down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll run play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Gives it on the option. Maybe some room here. He's got 59 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Caught behind the line. It's Moss. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Making side adjustments here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And here comes the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his 2nd missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Beck. Oh, they're after him. Buying some time. At the 35, he's got room. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Got his man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their 1st of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Miller. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got it down the field. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown ASU. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Beck. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 12 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Bears able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
And he muffs it, a loose football. Ball loose in the end zone. Defense all over it, and they stop the drive, and they'll get a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just said.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. At the 35, he's open. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Looking for open space. It's Hansen. At the 45 on his way. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they are pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great catch and run for 6.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it set up on the outside. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive.
Finding some room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
On first down, it's Brown again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback making checks. A give to Brown. Might have a chance. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for 6. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Arizona State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Penn State's offense comes onto the field, ready to start the drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Gets rid of it. The short hands. It's Peoples. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Under fire. And they got it.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter. You're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Try the right side with Brown. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few 1st downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Motion from the wideout. Can't get him to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Again, it's nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. He's loose down the middle. Past the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Buys a little extra time. Not touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab in the end zone.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The play action fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Brown running left. Jumped on top of the pile.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. Brown again. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Makes it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Going to try to pop one on the screen. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Touchdown, Penn State! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3.
You know, teams practice 2-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a 3-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Beck. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Ball's out. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mack. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Penn State! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have...
Intercepted deep in his own end. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Miller. The Sun Devils in the hurry-up. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Down he goes. Can't get the throw off, and that's going to do